Good evening. This is John Ashford with Orgasmic Conscious Cooking. I'm in Depoe Bay with Tori on the other end of the camera and my guest tonight.
Yeah.
That's Kathleen. We're here for a foundation class. I'm cooking. She's gonna be my special guest today. We're gonna get a little information about her take on consciousness. I'm gonna prepare a special meal for both her and Tori tonight. On the menu, we're gonna have roasted artichoke,
Yum.
and then we're gonna have Indian curry and rice, chicken and shrimp. I'll show you the ingredients in a few seconds. To give you a little bit of background on me and cooking, it's one of my loves. In my world, I feel like you have to have something that allows you to go there. It gives you your creative edge. And when I'm in the kitchen, I'm tapping into the energy of what people might desire. The beeping behind was the rice. I'm gonna jump over that so you guys know what's happening. So for tonight, I'm gonna talk about the ingredients. Many of the ingredients that I use are organic because I feel the less chemicals, better body. So I try to stick with organic product if I can find it. Meats especially. Vegetables and fruits seem to taste better. And tonight, you can see this over here. I'm gonna explain this in more detail. We have chicken, shrimp, olive oil, artichokes, broccoli, zucchini, carrots, bell peppers, onion, and garlic. And it'll be garlic powder. I have special seasonings for the curry sauce. The process, so that you guys can understand what happens, is that I'll cook the shrimp up, then I'll do the vegetables, I'll add the shrimp back in and the cooked chicken, and I mix together, and I'll pour the coconut cream on top, and voila, you have curry. The curry is going to be pretty much on the meat and the vegetables as they cook. The coconut milk goes on the top. It gives that creamy effect, and it's non-dairy. For those who are, dairy intolerant, this is a beautiful dish. So I'm gonna walk you around the entire process so you can see what happens. Over here, I've already started one of my favorite toys I have right now. It's the Instant Pot. Hot. Be careful when you touch stuff, especially your kids out there if you want to cook. The Instant Pot. The reason I like the Instant Pot real quick, and this is one of the consciousness things. A friend of ours, Bernie Baird, who's a naturopath, talked about lectin that's in beans and on seeds, and it's that ingredient chemical that gives you gas when you eat beans. When you cook it in the Instant Pot, it's somehow the pressure destroys that, and you don't have that same effect. Tori on the end can testify to that because I made some beans and there was no gas. Now look at me, guys. You know me, I like to have fun. Remember, the old saying is that beans were the musical fruit? Well, I was the king of I was Elton John when it came to beans. So with this new product, I don't have that problem. Also, it cooks things in record time. Beans done in 30 to 40 minutes. Rice done in 5 minutes. Where do you find that? And not in the microwave. I'll talk about that in another show about how come I don't use microwaves. Lectin is also bad. It's the thing that creates inflammation. So it's bad for joints. It's bad for a lot of different things. So if you want to reduce inflammation, be aware of lectins because they actually create that arthritic feel in the body. I'll be back in a second. Welcome to this episode of Orgasmic Conscious Cooking. Tonight's guest is my dear sister Kathleen O'Connor. We've met through Access Consciousness. I asked each one of my guests to come and be a part of it because I love to cook, so I like to share time with them one-on-one. We've been together all weekend for 2020 Access Consciousness Foundation class. We've been doing body processes. We've been doing bars. You can just go back and look at if you click that button down and look at my page, you know the page. Being John Ashford. If you go to my YouTube page, you can go check that out. You'll learn a lot more about Access Consciousness. That's what prompted me to do this. I'm finding multiple money streams, and my goal is to one day to be on the Food Network. I know my wife's like for some type of competition, but just this whole idea of bringing special people in, like my sister Kathleen. Welcome, Kathleen.
Thank you.
So, are you ready to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. Last night I fixed a salad, and what else did we have last night?
I was still remembering the frittata that
Frittata,
you made today,
yeah,
which was yummy.
Yeah, thank you.
And then last night, what was it last night?
Last night, oh my God, Well, your brain goes kind of mushy because we've been doing this class, this foundation class, because you just have a lot more space. So, Tori, what do we have on the other side of there?
Chicken soup.
Oh, chicken soup.
Oh, that was yummy.
You've seen tons of times of me making chicken soup, so my sister had some of my chicken soup. And it's fast, quick, and in a hurry. But tell us a little about yourself. Where you're from, what do you do, why do you choose consciousness in the way you live?
Well, I grew up in upstate New York and Pennsylvania, and not really with delicious cooking like what you provided. I had 5 siblings, and at one point both my parents were working. I didn't even know fish could taste good until I was an adult because we only had fish sticks on Friday because of being Catholic.
Okay.
And there's actually some things my parents cooked were quite delicious, but so I didn't have that kind of experience with eating delicious food until I was older.
Okay.
And of course in Portland we have lots of great restaurants, but when you can cook at home like you do, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
In terms of consciousness, I've always been on that path, and the Access Consciousness tools I feel like are the fastest for me. So I'm glad to have met some other people that are playing with those tools.
Great. So what's one of the favorite things you do with consciousness? Why consciousness? If somebody would come up to you, why choose consciousness?
Well, at first, it just seemed fun, so that's why I chose it. But I realize now that I've been doing it for a while that total conscious choice gives you so much that you don't even know that is possible.
Yes.
Like most people don't even know they have total conscious choice because they weren't raised with that much choice. It's kind of like this or that, or only this, or right or wrong, good or bad. And with total conscious choice, you can be any energy and not make anything wrong. So that's what I like about it right now. And I also, in terms of talking about cooking, I'm just becoming more aware of my body and listening to my body more because consciousness like my primary partner is my body.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize how much I was just overriding my body.
Yeah.
And now when I sit down and have a delicious meal, like with the chicken soup last night and the frittata today, I can enjoy it in a whole different way.
Great. Well, I appreciate you being on here. You'll see more of her tonight when we eat this meal. You're going to see something different, maybe, because, well, I'll see if she has her hair done, because she said she can. One of the things I like about my friends is that they're so special. I have to say that when I first came, there was like 3 people when I first came to Access Consciousness in Portland, and Kathleen was one of them. It was like really bubbly, very inviting. It's been a pleasure to spend the weekend to get to know her one-on-one and break bread and sit in the class. We're not in Brazil this year. We might all be someplace next year, but we're in Depoe Bay and we're having a grand time. And I'm gonna get on with cooking and you guys see the finished product. Peace. Artichokes, Instapot. They'll be ready in 10 to 20 minutes, totally. About 20 minutes total of everything. But the thing about artichokes is that it's a very good vegetable. I call it in the weed family because it's thorny inside. Really good for the gallbladder. The side effect of a vegetable and most people eat the heart of the leaf. What happens? You pull the leaves back. So this is what it looks like. This is artichoke, right? I cut them in half. I lay them in the steamer. Put them up the cut side up. I put lemon juice on it. Prevents it from browning, and it also gives it a deeper flavor. Put salt in the water. And I'll cook it in there in this Instapot for about 10 minutes, and I'll let it sit for 10 minutes. And they'll come out being nice and tender. Once they're prepared, what I'll do is I'll take balsamic vinegar, olive oil, and garlic. And what I'll do is I chop the garlic up, put it in balsamic vinegar, mix it with the olive oil, and that's your dipping sauce. Very, very elegant. Add a little salt to the olive oil, and it's delicious. We kill these all the time. You also could take an extra step, but it's kind of cold and rainy outside here on the Oregon coast. We're in Depoe Bay right now. So what you could do is you could steam them, take olive oil and balsamic vinegar and brush them, put them on the hot grill, get them a little charred. They get a little crispy, get a little smoke flavor. But you do what you do. You use your magic like I'm doing tonight. I'll show you guys the finished product later.
Yeah, we feeling free. Yeah, sit back, enjoy your freedom. I'm feeling free at this very moment. Loving the feel, love is free. Yes, my Lord, love is free. For a while I've been searching, you see, coming to me, though it's not. Truly enjoying this cup of tea as I drink from the fountain of life. For I is right. I'm just now regaining my sight, ready for flight. As I buckle in, take to the air, we going where? I don't even care, long as love there. I go anywhere to find love. Been hard to find when you find it. You wanna keep it close to your heart.
So now you can see the broccoli, zucchini, carrot, red bell pepper, and onion and garlic. I put a teaspoon of chicken broth in there, and the protein is already pre-cooked. I cook the shrimp first. I'll partially cook the shrimp and I add the chicken to that. I'm gonna add that in a few seconds. I'll take the coconut cream and put that in, and then I'll put the last of the curry powder in and the garlic and any additional salt and pepper. And voila, you got. This is the curry powder I'm using, Curry Madras. It's this type of curry we're having tonight. What I do is I go to the international stores and I go and find spices when they're on sale. It helps save on costs because sometimes this can be a little expensive, but it's like paint to an artist. So when I go to those outlet stores, I go and I look for things that are on sale, specialties that I know what they are. Sometimes people don't know what they are in the store. I buy it and I get reasonable bargains with olive oil, sesame seed oil, and different spices.
Freedom never coming from sleeping, need the love. Your spirit gotta be awakened, chance you taking, accepting of the unknown, remaining strong when the clouds come. Unable to see the sun, though you know it's there. Somewhere it's out there. When your faith starts to kicking in, use it to guide you to the light, one by one, step at a time. Eventually arriving there, the place you wanna be, a place where the loving is free. Sound good to me? Love is the key. Must have freedom to truly love when you free. Seeing the best that love be. If it's not free, then it's not LOVE. True love, this is the love I'm speaking of. Love is the key. Must have freedom to truly love when you free. Seeing the best that love be. If it's not free, then it's not LOVE. True love, this is the love I'm speaking of.
Love is the answer. Yes, love is free.
Okay. Good evening. This is our second part. You guys saw everything before it's prepared, but this is a prepared meal. We have our steamed artichokes. There is a dipping sauce that has raspberry vinaigrette and olive oil and Italian spices. You got the curry, shrimp, and chicken, balsamic rice. And my sister changed her hair while I was cooking. See, I love hanging out with humanoids because they make life more spicy. Okay, we're about to jump in. Hopefully one day I'll be able to prepare this for you. If you have any ideas, you want to see me cook something, or you want to come in and be a part of this show, go to YouTube, Being John Ashford. Click the damn button. Show me some love.
We still advocate nonviolence, passive resistance, and still determined to use the weapon of love.